Hey everybody, welcome to Rock Around the Ring. I'm Kid Cadet, joined always by the fantabulous Miss Sweet D, Danica Jenelle. How you doing, girl?
You're over there. Delightful as always. How about you?
Alive. Can't complain. We're here. We are so excited. This is going to be an amazing stream. Yeah. So I say we get this party started. Introducing first, he is literally one of my absolute favorite humans in the entire realm. He is the one and only Guy Hutchinson.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here with you two. This is one of my favorite things to watch when you guys have it, so I'm so glad to be here.
Well, welcome.
We're excited to have you
here. And of course, we got to compliment you on that lovely backdrop. Roman Reigns, of course, returning last night during SummerSlam. So yes, I see what you did there.
Well, and I'm going to compliment the hat, but that's just me.
The hat as well. Oh, man. Those were the days.
Single tear. So let's go ahead and bring out our next guest. You know him, you love him. He is the one and only, the incomparable Dana Snyder.
Hey! Hello, Guy.
Hello.
Hello, Kid Cadet, Miss Cadet.
Yes.
One day you'll be woman cadet or adult cadet.
Possibly. I haven't quite reached that evolution yet. I see you've changed your name. You are now Dana, the voice from that thing.
Name from what?
Wasn't it?
I just came on. I just saw you. This is the first time we're all looking at each other.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right.
I keep it mix it up. I don't have a background. I have an old flag from the Disneyland Hotel.
Oh, I like that.
Whoa. What happened here? We're like juggling around the. Was that just me? Did everybody have that?
You're good.
So, Guy, where are you?
I'm over here.
Where am I? Point to me.
You're over here.
You're this way.
Right there.
Hey, how you doing? Danica,
like
down there.
Ladybug, yeah.
And you're over there.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're really honored to have both of you here.
Ready, Guy?
Oh, handshake? Sure, yeah, of course.
Is that what that is?
It was a shake, all right. It was
a master shake. Anyway,
we were
get it.
jerking each other off on.
I didn't say it.
That couldn't happen if it wasn't for COVID-19. That's one of it. We're here to talk about pluses, not minuses.
Very true. Well, a big plus. I want to say, obviously, the two of y'all are huge staples at all the GalaxyCon events. And I wanted to know, do you guys remember the first time that you got to do a Drunk on Disney at one of the GalaxyCon events?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I bet knows, but I know it was at the Mac Center, right?
Oh, the good old Mac Center.
So it was a Miami. It was a Super Con. I guess we're not allowed to say that anymore.
I think we
are. It was a pre-GalaxyCon. Back in the old days, when GalaxyCon was the best convention. I mean, when SuperCon was the best convention ever. Now GalaxyCon has usurped SuperCon.
That is correct.
Wipes its anus with SuperCon.
Right.
With its GalaxyCon. What year was it, Guy?
I want to say it was like 2012 or 13.
Boy.
Long time.
I feel like we're old. Oh, we are old.
Time is flying by.
Kid Cadet was fetus cadet back then. I remember. There's just this little jar would run around the ring like, come up, our next guy. We got a great match between.
I paid so much money to see that.
I want to live in a jar. Okay, so it was back at the Mac.
Yes.
Back at the Mac. Yeah.
I remember, I'll tell you a quick story about it. I remember you introduced me and nobody knew who I was in the room. And they were very, it was kind of standoffish. Everything I said, the audience didn't seem to react to. And then somebody asked us about the shooting of the new Star Wars movies, which have all been released. And I said, well, the important thing is that they're going to shoot all the scenes with Harrison Ford before everybody else, because Han must shoot first. And that was the thing that won the audience over.
That is I love that. I love that so much.
I barely get that reference. And I'm shocked that you said it because you're not a particular big fan of Star Wars.
I know how to win over the Star Wars fans. That's how
I know how to win over those Star Wars idiots. Fools who like the... what do you guys think of that new Muppet show? A lot of time. Every day, I probably record pretty much every day for something. And we always talk about all these new shows that are on. I know it's not about that, but have you guys seen it? It's on Disney Plus. It's called what's it called? The Muppets
Now.
Yeah.
And what's the premise of it?
I mean, they're the fucking Muppets, and they're just all stressed out about shit. And
so they're
like, what do you?
Sketch comedy show that I saw just the first episode, but it all played in a series of like YouTube style clips that were played off Scooter's computer.
Yeah, it's like Scooter coming in, like, come on, guys, you got to download your segments. Yeah. And then they all download their segment. You know, there's like a Swedish chef is cooking with some real celebrity chef, and
so it's okay. That's interesting. You know what?
Like the Muppet Show, but virtual.
It's like the Muppet Show if you were doing it virtually.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Fun. So, okay, I was actually going to say, Danica, I feel like we should like pull a swerve. Like we normally play our game at the end of the episode, but I feel like we should do it now.
Before we talk so much that you never get to do anything.
No, because like I feel like we're going to get into all this stuff, so I feel like we should do it now. So this is our game of Would You Rather.
That's why you're the best. That's why you know what you're doing.
Correct. All right, so
read a room.
All right, so I'm going to start with this one. So only thing you have to say is which you would rather choose between these two options. So would you rather go to Magic Kingdom already hammered or get progressively drunk drinking around the world at Epcot? These are the two options.
Okay, hold on. Guy, I think you and I should answer simultaneously because I think we have the same answer for this.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Get
progressively drunk drinking around the world at Epcot. I don't want to go anywhere hammered, pre-hammered.
Yeah, you want to go to bed hammered. You want to go to
that's the only place I want to go. Hammered in bed. And even then I don't want to go. You're like, I can stay for a little bit more.
So do you have a favorite stop on the drink around the world?
The beginning. The first stop. It's always the best.
The only one you remember.
My favorite stop is there's a sake bar in the back of the Japan Pavilion that's 3 people. It's tiny. It's if you've ever been in the Mitsukoshi store in the Japan Pavilion with all the weird stuff, and you go in the back and they have like sushi flavored potato chips and stuff. All the way in the back corner, there's a tiny little sake bar. I love it. You get
sake. That's a good one. I didn't think about it. I usually end up having beer all the way around. Yeah. Because if you had the indigenous liquor of each place, I feel like.
I did that one time. I did all the, and I took a picture in each land, and you could flip book through it, and it was just like me going.
Your bottom lip getting bigger and lower.
Hats up further back, and toes are disheveled, and
another lost button. Oh,
final picture. I'm asleep on the ground in Canada with one of the Brother Bear characters.
We did that once when we came back from that cruise with Keith Crawford, the one of the 2 guys in head of Adult Swim. This is like a big executive guy. And we met there at 10 in the morning or something. He's like, so we went in on the side where France was. He's like, so we're drinking now, right? Because we were like, oh, we should be good around it. He's like, well, there's a champagne stand right here. And I was like, God damn, we were shit-faced by noon. We were like, well, there's another. He's like, nope, it's technically another country. All right. Really? The African refreshment station?
Yeah.
All right.
Refreshment outpost. You got to count it.
Yeah. Crawling.
Oh man.
Interesting. All right. Here's our next one. Would you rather bring back the Great Movie Ride or bring back Alien Encounter?
Easy.
All right. You count us in.
3, 2, 1. Bring back the Great Movie Ride.
Aw.
Yeah. Come on.
See, I had my first nightmare after going on Alien Encounter because I was way too young to go on that ride, and I'm still scarred till this day. It explains a lot about me.
Do you love it?
Do I love Alien Encounter?
Yeah.
I didn't get to do it again since I was scarred from it. I went on it once, and then it became the Stitch thing.
Yeah, right.
I have a prop from that. Can I show it to you? It's right here.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Let's see. Now that he's
Mr.
gone.
George Lucas, creator of the ride. Please let me out of his basement.
It's
He's done things.
Oh.
one of the actual chairs that you would sit in.
What?
So, like if you like put your gum on the bottom of a chair, it might be here.
That looks horribly uncomfortable.
Why are you not sitting on that chair right now?
Well, it doesn't have legs or anything anymore. I only bought it's steel though.
Not a chair
It's
with legs.
Yeah.
It's like one of those weird mats you can put on the ground at a picnic. Like the lazy guy would have to have the picnic mat, but that had a back to it. Like, you're on the ground, but you're not just. Oh no, I couldn't sit up under my own strength. I need this back thing.
The chair had all kinds of effects and speakers and stuff. Yeah. So I only have the seat.
I mean, the great movie ride was.
Oh man, it was something else.
Yeah. So what did they replace it with? It's like a Mickey and Minnie Adventure
Runaway Railway.
And have you guys been on it yet? Because I know it opened pretty soon before COVID hit, right?
Yeah, it did. I went to Disney like 2 weeks before they closed, and it hadn't opened yet. So it opened like right after. It was.
Whoops.
Didn't Ken go on it?
Our buddy Ken went on it, and I've seen a lot of video of it. It looks like they took almost the exact same layout, like they didn't change the structure of the building, but they redid the floor, the track system, and everything. I mean, it looks
pretty spectacular, but I don't know that it's as great as the other ride was.
Mm.
I mean, but the other ride is so old, you're used to it all. Seeing like when their skin is so shiny because it's plastic, but it's like the Tarzan guy going, but it looks like they just dip him in Vaseline and then he goes out. Like, I mean, I get it. It's a great sculpt, but he looks so unnatural. Like, well, he is unnatural because he's a fucking mannequin dipped in baby oil made of plastic. I took my friend Zach on that ride. He had never been to Disney World at all. We had half a day. Mm-hmm. And before we went to GalaxyCon. I said, he said, I want to go to the movie park. I said, okay. I said, you got to go on the great movie ride. It's like the signature ride of this park. And he loves movies. And we went on that thing. And we got stuck for 45 minutes in the Tarzan section. The Tarzan. So just every 20 seconds to go, and then we see like, not like this, you know, like this. He's going, and then you see him just enough. Am I off the shot? No, he'd go like just enough, and you'd see turn around and the. And the guy kept sweating, the tour guide. So then he starts bringing some fun facts. There you go. Murder him.
I feel like you two would know more fun facts than that tour guide. But I also have to say, Dana, your Tarzan is impeccable. So
Thank you so much. Zach wanted to kill me. He said, this is the worst place in the world. This is the worst ride ever. I said, but you didn't get to do it like just going through. He goes, I'm never fucking watching a Tarzan movie again. Never.
Oh, man.
I really
True.
So,
all right.
Not even The Legend of Greystoke, which is barely a Tarzan movie.
Barely. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather get stranded? This is ironic. Would you rather get stranded on It's a Small World or stranded on Carousel of Progress?
Oh, man.
I have a question. I need clarification on this before I answer.
Let's go.
Does it mean if we get stranded on Carousel of Progress, does the show just keep going? We're just going to keep learning about the 40s?
Correct. Yes.
Everything just stop and it's just looking at it.
No, you're not. Yeah, it keeps going. Like you're on it.
Just like Small World. Yeah. You just.
See you later, sucker. Meet you in 1988.
Yeah, but we're stuck. And then he's like, it's time to sing our song. He sings it, and then he's like, well, here we are again in the 1980s.
Welcome. Yes. My horrible wife is still with us, as is my terrible children. I made a suicide attempt a few months ago, but it just didn't take.
Well, so somebody in the
evolution of pills and drugs, I think that won't be a problem soon.
somebody in the comments said Carousel of Progress because the seats are better to sleep.
Well, and also it's much more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you say, Guy? I still think we do the same on this.
Yeah, I think it's Carousel of Progress. I love Carousel of Progress, and I think I'd enjoy it a few times. A few times, I'd be happy.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
I gotta say, we have to be talking like an hour.
Oh, at least.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
A good
I
hour.
recognize that scene.
The only thing is, yeah, but what if you're okay? What about this though? Well, that's gonna be interesting. So, what if you're caught in between? All you're looking at is the barrier.
Oh, this is better. I like this better. So I'm seeing.
Maybe, but you can't really see either. Yeah, you have the worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing about being stuck on It's a Small World is there's a lot more stuff to look at. Like, maybe I'll look at that spinning doll over there for the next 20 minutes. Okay, that was it. I got moved to the cow in the Hawaiian shirt.
What's fun to do on Carousel of Progress, though, is to look where they don't want you to look. So, like, if the scene's not happening, look at that side. And you'll see Grandma just spin around slowly. Yeah.
That big weird wall that pushes.
The turnstile just.
You couldn't have made it not push the wall out like that?
All right.
Shall we move on?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Our next
answer
would you rather have a drink with Walt Disney or have a drink with Jim Henson?
This is a very tough
one. Yeah, this is a.
That's a real good finally one that I'd like to drink with, and they drink very different things. I think I'm thinking like Henson, it's some kind of pina colada thing with umbrellas and
like a
we're drinking scotch. We're pounding scotch.
You're having packs and packs of cigarettes and
That's
scotch.
Right. Yeah.
Eating bowls of chili like it's just rotting your insides.
Yeah. I am going to say, Danica and Kid, I think you guys should answer some of these as well. I'd love to hear.
Sure.
I'm going to say Walt Disney. I love Jim Henson.
These are the same questions they do every week. They've answered these hundreds of times.
No. We make different questions for every week. Yeah.
You don't have these Disney-centric questions every single week?
You didn't ask Dave Bautista this? I'm sure.
No way it would be Alien Encounter.
The thing about it is, I think I might rather spend time with Jim Henson, but if it's just having a drink, I'm doing it with Walt Disney.
Yeah, this is my problem with every time we play something like this. I got questions. How long are we spending? Is it one drink?
One drink.
A drink slow?
Yeah, one drink.
Am I getting one of those like Miami Beach, like those quadruple martinis, like the 95 ounce, so I can Walt, I still got a little here.
A fishbowl.
Yeah. That's real hard. I feel
See, I would say Jim Henson because I have questions about
I would too, and it's for me it's because of my prop master background and doing theater and stuff, is that a lot of my questions would probably be really practical in terms of like how a lot of the Muppets move.
Show me where the hand goes, Jim.
Yeah.
Where
exactly?
Oh, gee, I can show you right now. Well, anything can become a puppet.
Here's my friend.
So what have we decided, Guy? I mean, Dana, what did you pick?
I mean, I feel like I'd have to pick Walt Disney, but I would do it with a slight tear in my eye, looking over at the table of you two having a great time with Jim Henson shoving his hand up the waiter's butt.
You're having a great time.
Walt's finishing his drink real quick. Is like, well, there's one drink. See you later, boys.
Yeah, I said one.
All right.
That's how I drink them.
All right, here's our next one. Would you rather have a Disney adaptation of Aqua Teen Hunger Force or a Disney adaptation of the Squidbillies?
Jesus Christ. Soon on Squidbillies, you know, the main guy got fired. Did you know that?
Yup.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was on my paper of things we weren't supposed to talk about.
It was on my
True.
I like it. By the way, this really sells the artwork where you have the cup within a cup. You have Inception Master Shake on the side.
Dude.
I've enjoyed a lot of episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So I will say that I've enjoyed that more than Squidbillies. But who knows? You know, Disney, if they were adapting it, maybe it would be a totally different thing. So
I feel like if you made, first off, I got questions. Is this a Disney TV show or is it a Disney movie?
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, a Disney.
Still could be either.
I'm going to say a TV show.
Okay, well, that changes things.
Master Shake is a princess.
I think a Disney treatment of a family of squids that live in the Ozark Mountains could be a more sweeping Disney-rific story than three assholes who live in a house off the turnpike in Jersey.
Okay.
Like,
I'd watch it.
You know, just on the level, I feel like Squidbillies, whether you like the look of it or not, it's more artistic, stylized than Aqua Teen. You know, the Aqua Teen house, everything looks just sort of like what it's supposed to look like, whereas all the Squidbillies backgrounds are more not necessarily abstract. Well, they're kind of abstract. They're very painterly by the guy Ben Prisk who does all those, who's just a painter artist. I would go Squidbillies.
Okay.
I think it'd be. I mean, I could see some Disney movie that's just about some family of squids that decide to go to the. I don't know. The other one is like, I mean, Aqua Teen. I never care for the look of it.
Oh, interesting.
They would be doing something new with it.
Yeah, it would be Disney. So
I mean, I guess I get to be the lead guy. I mean, I am in the middle there, but
yeah. All right.
You're now the prince, you know.
Go ahead, Danica.
All right. Would you rather room with Bert and Ernie or live in the Count's castle?
Oh, yeah, well, that's an easy one.
I'll just sleep on the couch. No need, buddy. There's plenty of room in our bed. Why did you? Everybody went to bed in their own bed, but when you woke up, Bert's sheets weren't messed up in the morning. Oh, we'll tell you, it's bath time.
You know, the Count would just be incessantly counting everything.
Jesus Christ, he'd drive you crazy.
But you don't
I
think
mean,
Bert
the
and
other
Ernie
thing
would?
is you're basically living with like a male nun and an idiot if you're living with Bert and Ernie. Like, really, the guy's kind of staying in the bathtub, and all of them would be annoying in their own way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Count, though, he does that crazy dance with like.
And the Count, you know, you might in the middle of the night, he might bite your neck and kill you. Nobody really talks about that side of him.
Yeah, he leaves a slew of bodies in his. It'd
be great if Bert and Ernie just couldn't stand you, though. The whole thing is them going, you know, I really can't stand him. He's not.
What are we going to do, Bert? There's only one thing to do, Ernie. Kill him. The same thing we did to Mr. Hooper when he wouldn't give us credit anymore at the store. Remember, Ernie, make it look like an accident.
You know I will.
He slipped on my rubber ducky. Fell in the tub 3 times.
All right, so what are we choosing here?
I'm going to live in the Count's castle.
Yeah.
It's a castle.
Yeah. Same.
Got a lot more room.
Yeah. Very roomy.
I could live with 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Wow, inappropriate touch. Ooh, inappropriate touches.
All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather have a cocktail named after you or a Muppet based on your likeness?
Well, wait, is this cocktail served all around the world?
Yeah, it's like a new cocktail, like
a Mai Tai.
Just pretend right now your name was Martini Hutchinson.
Yeah,
that's the level it would be.
All right. Now that's
the new Tom Collins.
By the way, the Muppet with your likeness is the one pictured right there, guy.
Yeah, that's it. I almost don't want a Muppet with my likeness. I feel like that's.
None of them really look good. It's not like it's flattering. It's flattering in that they liked you enough to.
I'm taking the cocktail.
Okay.
I think I'd have to. If I got a copy of it, I'd take the Muppet.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Muppet too. Even though people already tell me I look like what's her name, Janice from the teeth, because of my lips and eyelashes. Yeah, so I feel like I'm already a Muppet. What about you, Danica?
Oh, I'd go with a Muppet just because I'm goofy enough as it is. I'd be fine with being even goofier in Muppet form. That sounds great.
I feel like
Puppeteer you right now. Wait, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Puppeteer the person.
There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, there.
When you let go, I just slump over. You ever see like outtakes from the Muppets? It's like the scene ends and like Kermit's like, well, okay.
That's right.
Like, what? Fozzie's like,
All right.
But also, because what happens, like the Muppet too, but what happens if it's a cocktail? They name a cocktail after your guy, but you hate it. Then everywhere you go, like, hey, look, I gotta have a Guy Hutchinson with Guy Hutchinson. Like, oh God, one of these Midori and root beer and whatever the hell it is. All right, I'll have it. I'm not gonna turn down a free drink, but oh God, these things taste horrible.
It reminds me of an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where he didn't like the Larry David sandwich, so he wanted to Uncle Larry David.
Yeah.
All right.
Next, all right. Would you rather tag team with Oscar the Grouch or with Carl?
All right. I don't sense any loyalty coming from Carl. And so if you're in a tag team, you have to have loyalty with your partner. So I'm going with Oscar the Grouch.
Yes, and this is in terms of wrestling.
Saying, meaning he would turn on you. You think Carl would turn on you?
I think Carl would sell out. I think I couldn't rely on Carl. I think Carl might turn his back on me if I need to tag him and he doesn't want to come in the ring. And I'm thinking Oscar the Grouch would be there for me.
I think that's where he's got your hook, line, and sinker. I think either of them would turn at a drop of a hat. I think Carl might be a more effective fighter.
Yeah, I would choose Carl, and I'd make him do all the dirty work and then just go in for the pin. I don't know.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
It's hard to say.
What about you, Danica?
I don't know. I feel like maybe Oscar the Grouch, at least, I can send him packing, and he might not smell as bad as Carl.
Yeah, well, smell-wise, that's really a toss-up.
That's a totally different question. All right.
Yeah.
And maybe you could use the lid, of
as a shield or something. Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, can.
He's got lots of stuff in that can, too.
Yeah. You can go downstairs and get more, like a mace, maybe. I don't know. I know he's got there.
That's hard.
Interesting.
What do you went Grouch. Guy, you went Grouch. Danica, what'd you do? You did Oscar too?
You Oscar, yeah.
Kid Cadet, you did as well.
Carl. I went Carl.
Oh. I think I'm going to have to do Carl as well.
Right.
Smart man.
Let the people be the tiebreakers. Oh, I see. I can go to regular. Oh, here's all these people. Oh, Jarrett's on there. Hello, Jarrett.
All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather ride Space Mountain 10 times in a row or ride the Tower of Terror 10 times in a row?
I'll tell you this part right now. I'd rather wait in line for 2 hours for the Tower of Terror than Space Mountain.
Yeah.
The queue. But I would rather ride Space Mountain 10 times.
Yeah.
I like the Tower of Terror a lot.
Yeah.
But
you think that 10 times in a row, Space Mountain would have more appeal to you.
Yeah. I think you would have more rewritability.
Well, yeah.
Like then it just seems like a super long one as opposed to the Tower of Terror. Then you go down, you go back, then you go back out, back up again. Like,
well, then you have to listen to the Rod Serling spiel before every single, Even though I do love that part. But how much longer are we realistically going to have that at Hollywood Studios? Because I know they changed the one in California, right? To the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I heard a lot, though, that they have no intentions of changing that over.
Oh, right. Good.
Well, they have no money now. They're planning to sell the whole thing to Gatorland, is what I've been hearing on the side.
And Show World is going to buy it.
That's right.
Oh, fun. All right.
They're turning the ball into a Nautilus shell.
Huh. All right.
All pins.
All right, here's the next one.
All right. Oh yeah. Would you rather be a guest on Space Ghost Coast to Coast or be a guest on Not Too Late with Elmo?
I've seen this Elmo show, and I love Space Ghost. The Elmo show is really funny. I was surprised at how much I loved it. That's a good one. Well, Space Ghost would edit you out of context and just.
I feel like if I was on the Elmo show, I'd at least know what the hell's going on. Where Space Ghost, you have no clue what's going on at all.
I'm just doing a pre-interview with some intern, and then they're just cutting it up and having George Lowe say mean things to me. So I'm going to go with Elmo.
Yeah, I'm going with Elmo too. I like how whoever put the picture on there.
Doesn't it?
Made it look like his hand was coming right out.
Good job, Jude.
Yeah.
See, like one of my first memories, like of watching, like the because didn't Aqua Teens kind of premiere on Space Ghost?
Well, they didn't. They wrote an episode of Space Ghost that was supposed to have them in it, and Mike Lazo, the head of Adult Swim, said, "Where's Space Ghost? You can't have an episode with these other characters that nobody knows about." So then they never made it.
Okay.
And then years later, they made Aqua Teen, and they said, "Now that we've made it, can we go back and do that Space Ghost episode that we never got to make?" And so they did, but they also purposefully had different voices and made the designs look different so that everybody would think that it had come out years before, which it hadn't.
Right.
Although they wrote it years before, they never got to make it. But then when Aqua Teen was on long enough that it was popular, then they let them make it, and they sort of pretended it was the lost episode that never aired.
Wow. So I got swerved, is what you're saying. I got played.
They're big into swerving. They love swerving.
Yeah, because like one of my earliest memories with Danica, I remember watching Space Ghost or like Brack or something, right, Danica? Like, didn't we? Yeah, because I remember Danica learned how to speak French by was it Brack or Space Ghost? Like the eggplant in your mustache thing?
Oh, that's Italian. Yeah.
Oh, Italian was it?
That's because of Brack. Yeah.
Very educational. Very educational. All right. So let's jump back into the questions. Danica, what do you want to?
Sure.
You go ahead.
So, we talked a little bit about GalaxyCon. So what would you guys say you look forward to most when you go to a GalaxyCon?
The people. I look forward to meeting people, especially that guy.
You're not pointing. Yes, there. Here we go. For everyone watching, it's backwards, so it's very complicated to know where you're pointing and everything.
When book directions.
He's ignoring me.
It's getting more and more inappropriate.
No.
Man. Well, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
What are you drinking now? Did we switch to iced tea? What is this?
Tea, whatever the hell this shit is. Tejava.
Oh, is it good?
It's just regular ass iced tea, but they realize everybody's lazy, so nobody makes their own damn iced tea anymore.
Right. He's drinking the Guy Hutchinson or whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like
my new drink.
What would your drink be, Guy?
A loogie and a glass of tequila.
Mine would be so when you go to a bar and they have that little plastic tray that all this stuff is, it would be the bartender taking that and pouring it into a glass for you.
Oh.
Like there was this was a legitimate drink back in like the 1800s in the time of like the Gangs of New York, that movie. All those saloons downtown, if there were any glass that was empty, they would pour it into this bottle. And if you were really a drunk, it was the cheapest drink in the place. You could put your mouth under it. He would turn the spigot for like 5 seconds and then stop it, and you would and that was what you would drink. So they never really wasted anything. If people didn't drink it, they would just pour it into this. Imagine a water cooler, but the bartender's just dumping the extra little bit of whatever people beer or whatever, whiskey, liquor, your creme de menthe or something.
No, ew, gross.
I mean, is that any grosser than being just a raging degenerate alcoholic living on the streets of New York in 1820?
So I was also going to say that kind of sounds like a Long Island iced tea. Like, isn't that what they do? They just take a little bit of everything.
Yeah. It's like Long Island.
Well, okay.
Terrible.
So normally on this stream we talk about, music and wrestling, even though, we do have the occasional ghost hunter and whatever on the show. But I do want to mention that both of you guys are obviously involved with Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling. You guys have both done commentary. So do you guys have any memories that stand out from being part of FSCW?
So many, but I think you might be thinking of the best FSCW match we ever saw. You remember this, Dana? We saw Beast wrestle against. This was way back.
Well, I have two distinctly favorite.
Right.
Yeah, that being one of them.
Right.
And the other one being, I got to think about who it was.
Okay.
It was. So that one, I'll let you talk about that in a minute. The other one that was I was like, I don't know, this is just the best thing ever. That was one of them. And the other one was I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Lana? No. It's like a 4-person match, a 4-woman match, but watching someone fight the Invisible Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And all you hear is the voice going,
Lana was
yeah. Well, what about if I grab your hair like this? And throw you to the ground like this? Like they tell
Leva
you what
Bates?
it was about to happen. What's that?
I know Leva Bates wrestled the Invisible Woman.
She did, but I feel like it was
more than one person. I think it might have been.
Yeah,
her
it was like a
and
4-person.
Yeah. It was several
And at
people
one
getting
point
beat up by
it
Noah.
was, whoa!
Hey, this guy.
There he is.
We have the debut.
Whoa! Hold the head back, Milo. Don't.
He stole a baby.
Look what I found.
Wow!
I found a baby.
Oh,
Wow. Back.
Everyone say hello to Anderson.
Hi,
Anderson.
He's sleeping. But he
It's
has
so
to,
creepy. Like last week we had you on, Milo, and your wife was in active labor, and now here we are.
and this is what happens. Yes.
Usually, yes.
Apparently, that's where babies come from.
From the hospital.
Maybe he's old enough to open up all that stuff on your shelves.
yeah.
You're like,
That's why it's up there.
why did I save this for? Oh, they'll find a way.
Oh my god.
If you want to get rid of the worry, just tear all that stuff open behind you right now and throw it on the floor.
Just go ahead and do it now. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So Milo, Guy and Dana were talking about their favorite FSCW matches.
Congratulations. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I made this.
Partially.
Okay, let's not take all the credit. Okay,
Right.
you were in the sculpture studio for the last 9 months.
Yeah, FSCW. What was Guy and Dana's? I just came in. I was listening to the Would You Rather, and then I got into the.
The one with the invisible, where it was a 4-woman match, and the Invisible Woman was one of the women.
Love that.
But like
so
the
much.
Invisible Woman just kept saying what she was about to do, and then would do it like, "Well, I'm going to grab you by the arm and throw you into the ropes like this.
I
and
think
now I'm going to punch you in the face like this."
I would love to see that again, but you do the voice of the Invisible Woman.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the other one was when we saw Beast with what's his name? What was his name? Colt Cabana, right? And the big turn of why he started to win Colt Cabana is because he wiped Colt Cabana's face through his sweaty chest hair.
Oh.
And it stunned Colt Cabana. He could barely walk or see where he was.
It was a lot of
and then he did a titty twister on him.
The nipple
looked
plex.
like he was literally ripping his nipples off. That's how he won
It was great.
Yeah, he picked him up by his nipples. He picked Beast up by his nipples.
Yeah, I think that was in 2014, also at the Mac, if I remember, because that was like the first time
Yeah.
That was before me. That was before my time.
The Invisible Woman one was not at the Mac. That was maybe at Raleigh or something. Was it, Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very hard to book, the Invisible Woman. We only have her intermittently, so you know, when we get her,
Her emails are invisible as well, so you don't know if you're actually booked her or not.
There's just 3 characters you can't see on there.
Bumping into her backstage.
If I had a favorite moment, it would be the Low Key versus Mystique match, which they became every wrestler on the roster, because I was in charge underneath the ring for, sorry, spoilers, but I was, so I had a piece of paper that said,
called peel back the curtain.
Yeah, or peel back the ring.
Not rock under the ring.
Right.
Rock around the ring.
So I was underneath the ring, and every once in a while, like I had to have my phone underneath the ring trying to read this little piece of paper that just had the name of whoever was next.
Yeah.
So I'm yelling, okay, so-and-so, you're next. And then meanwhile, Jude gets thrown underneath the ring and is changing between Loki and Negan and then back to Loki. So helping a man get undressed underneath a wrestling ring would be my favorite moment.
And that was in Miami. And I remember being on commentary, and all I was trying to do was try to help the audience keep track of who was who. Because I was not totally sure. So I'd be like, just so you remember, right now, a Mystique is in the form of...
Yeah.
That was
right.
Yeah.
Why was it all under the ring? That's where they kept going?
Yeah, they would roll under the ring because they couldn't really transform.
Kidding.
They don't have.
They transformed Hearts, guy. They transform Hearts every time they do it.
So they would roll under the ring, and then they'd roll out as a different character.
It was always under the ring. It wasn't some super punch where then he goes all the way back down the walkway behind the curtain.
Like Tarzan, you
back gotta get it. Yeah. Oh!
A lot of people are mentioning the Jeffrey the Giraffe incident, which you and I were doing commentary on, Dana.
That was great too.
That made big news. I mean, it was on SportsIllustrated.com, and
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Did that one also involve a UPS delivery?
Yeah.
Yes, the Amazon guy.
Yeah. Gangrel used my cell phone to call
Amazon.
Yes. He called Amazon. He was like, Amazon, hi, I need something instantly.
Yeah, and then he came out and said Amazon Prime, bitch, and then hit Jeffrey the Giraffe with his package. And then, we reviewed.
FSCW should have a character who's just a super tall woman named Amazon Prime. She's half Transformer and she's half Amazonian.
Like Wonder Woman?
I love it.
But she's like married to Optimus Prime. She's Mrs. Optimus Prime, but she's Amazon Prime.
We've been pitching characters for a long time. They've accepted none of them.
Not one has made it yet, but
Fleshator, you remember Fleshator, who was Skeletor's brother, who had all the skin,
full flabby fat face.
Yeah, he has lots of flesh but no muscle.
Yes.
What did you say? Fleshator? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Skeletor's brother, Fleshator.
I just wanted to make sure I heard that right. Okay.
Yeah, real jowly.
Yeah, he's got no muscle density. He can't walk around. He rolls up to the ring.
Yeah.
Says, I hate you, Skeletor.
Yeah, he's like a manager.
Okay.
I was manager Fleshator putting a stick into the ring.
I mean, here's the thing. Next time that y'all are on commentary, if you start saying these things, then people are going to want them to happen.
Ladies
and
and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Fleshator. Oh, God.
I'm in.
Hey, that's Mario. No, it's Fleshator in his red overalls.
I wanted to get a Bruce Lee lookalike with a big mustache that brought on pizza, and he was Bruce Italy, and he'd do like karate, but also speak like broken Italian and throw pizza at people.
Yeah. He can bring it out a fully uncooked pie, and he goes, hiya, hiya, hiya.
Yeah.
Cuts it into the pieces for them.
Wow. God. See, what I love so much about the two of you, and of course I have to mention, Josh Petersdorf and Mark and all the other commentators, is the fact that you are able to call the action and make it funny, and I think that's what sets FSCW apart from any other companies, because you guys actually know what you're talking about, and...
Well, you're speaking for Guy and Josh.
Yes. I was.
Hey,
that
the
was
guy in the red
you.
thing is who's the lady in gray again? That's what Mike called.
I love listening.
In gray, right in the mic.
I love listening to Dana do commentary because he has no clue who anybody is.
I'm literally the worst.
But it's the best.
The Pikachu guy is no, that's the guy from Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, Pikachu is fighting Mustachio Joe and.
Oh my god! Like Alex said at the next show, he's going to start a Flushator chant. All right. All right. Well, since we're kind of at
we
time,
will do that in 2027 when we're all back at the next.
Dana, when are we going to have a Dana Snyder World FSCW like crossover? Like, when is Bananas Foster going to do her FSCW? When is she going to have her debut?
She comes through a big accordion, pops over somebody's head. I got another one, another mashup. Guy, you're going to love this one. The next one, COVID Commander.
Oh, I like that.
He's got a mask on over his mask.
Oh, I just got chills. Holy, I could like see it. This is
trademark
amazing.
it quick before.
Yeah. Well, you said it, so it's already copywritten. So
no, it's on your show, so you get it. That's
okay, thank you.
Before
I'll give you some royalties. So
before Milo became Peter B. Parker, we had a great idea that he should have been Indiana Jones, which I think would have been bringing a whip to the ring and having to roll out of the way of everything and then reaching back for his hat throughout the match would have been great.
I love that. And we could have gotten you like a really big boulder. Oh, that would have been so
fun. Just had Flushator rolling behind him.
Every time I make my entrance, it's actually I'm running from a boulder.
Oh man. Anderson is learning so much.
Oh God.
When is Anderson's birthday?
Last Tuesday, so the 18th of August.
Okay. All right.
He's 6 days old.
I'll be able to remember that.
Well,
I will, because it's 2 days before our anniversary. Milo and mine. Yes.
Well, happy anniversary, you two. So before we wrap this up, is there any final thoughts you want to leave us with? I know, Guy, we wanted to talk more about your book, but we'll
just go buy it.
Talkative humans.
Yeah, nobody has to talk about it. Just go buy it. It's called Bibbity Boozity Book. There it
is.
Oh
my God, it's a cute.
A little tiny dog.
No, actually, what happened
Anderson's book?
Over the course of all this coronavirus stuff, Guy has become massively large.
Yeah,
now he's about 15 feet tall. Yes.
So this is a full-size book.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
the
that is the cutest
way
thing.
over there.
You can't tell, but
because
in his house, it's like
it's
like 9,000 decibels. The sound of his voice is.
Alice in Wonderland.
It's across the yard. He's outside of his house.
But yeah, go to Amazon.com. My book, which has about 100 Disney recipes for Disney cocktails, and then a toast for each one. Some to people you have heard of, and a lot to people you have never heard of. Just fascinating people like the woman who prevented a sniper from shooting up Disneyland back in the 1990s or 80s, and then you ever have a Lapu Lapu, the one in the pineapple? There was a man.
I gave you one of those earlier when we were playing around with the screen stuff. Hey, a little Lapu Lapu.
There was a man named Lapu Lapu, and he's in there. And then, a very famous magician who actually designed the grounds for Animal Kingdom. Lots of other people. So you have these really cool toasts along with drink recipes and some funny stories. And it's only $7.99. It's a pretty big book for that price. So go over to Amazon and pick one up.
Awesome.
We asked a very important question of how I'm doing on toilet paper, and I'm finally happy to say doing much better.
Oh, thank God.
But hold on, don't anybody go away anywhere yet.
We're
okay. More magic in store.
See you later.
Yeah, when he comes back, everyone leave.
Yeah.
Wait, how do we
put the baby on the camera and the rest of us are all gone?
Put Anderson way up to the screen.
I know I've shown some of it.
It's the same. That's the same. It's just.
Aww.
That was a Snuffleupagus that Guy ripped the face off of. The strangest of all the toilet papers we got was these. And there's no tube in the middle. It's Asian, as you can see the thing.
Yes.
But the name of it, I like seeing you smile.
Oh, that's very generous.
I mean, is there a nicer, sweeter name for a toilet paper?
That's delightful.
I like seeing you smile as you wipe your buttocks with a sandpaper-like toilet paper.
Leva just said, "What's up?" Hi, Leva. We miss you. We miss you. Leva, check out Baby Anderson. Oh man. So besides the toilet paper, any final thoughts you want to leave us with, Dana?
Toilet paper.
Okay.
Essential.
Stock up, folks. The second wave's coming.
Oh God. Let's hope not. And Milo and Anderson, any final?
Oh, we're good. We're 10 minutes till feeding time, so
Put him really close so we can see his little face.
We're gonna see that squishy little face.
Oh.
And hold his head, for God's sake. I'm getting
I'm nervous.
Hold on.
Like,
Hold
what
on.
the hell is
There we
happening?
go.
Don't feed him to
There
the
we
dog.
go.
Oh my
There
God.
we
He's
go.
so cute. Oh my gosh.
Very squishy.
Oh,
There
that is
we
a
go.
cute baby.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
he's so squishy.
Oh
Are
man.
you ready to go get some food?
He's like, no, I'm ready to sit here and talk to these idiots for another 45 minutes. What do you think?
Well, Milo, do you want to plug your new YouTube series before you go?
Oh, yes. I just put out my second episode today of Sounds Sketchy, the series. So last week was a lot of fun with Josh Petersdorf. Today, I just put out a second one on my YouTubes. So please go check that out. And I look forward to getting a lot of feedback on it because I got a lot of feedback from the first one. So I really hope everyone enjoys this ridiculous series.
All right. Well, we're going to go watch it right now.
So much fun.
Danica and I literally got through 2 questions that we planned to ask you, but that's okay. You know,
Save him for the next sucker you have on here.
yes. Well,
It's you.
yeah,
You're the sucker.
maybe in a couple weeks, if we can have the 3 of y'all back, we'd be very honored, and maybe we can get through another 2 questions,
More.
maybe 1. Who knows?
More.
We'll see what happens. But all right, I guess we did it. That was our show.
Cool.
Next week, we have Matt Riley, who is the bassist for Avril Lavigne, and also Matt Novetsky, who's the bassist for Blue October. And then who knows what's after that? We'll see how it goes. But Milo, Guy, Dana, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. Be safe, everybody. Oop, yeah, high fives or whatever this is. Like, raise the roof.
We're doing tickles to each other.